Hello everyone, welcome back to the workshop. It's been a while, it's been real busy with Drift Masters and all sorts of things going on, but I wanted to get some sort of project done in between, and here we have this KE70. Now, some of you might recognize this KE. It was a BDC car. Max Fleckney had it in BDC, and I ended up doing a deal with him for it, maybe going on for 2 years ago now. And I haven't done anything with it, so the time has come to get it together and have it as a bit of a promo car for us. And I also want to get some seat time for the winter. So as you can see from the thumbnail, there is a 2JZ going into it. Now, disclaimer, I think a 2JZ has no place in a Corolla. First of all, so yeah, I'm with all of you that think that. But the reasoning is, there's always a reason here, is I have a lot of designs for new A86 suspension parts and things like that, which I'm going to use this car to get them tested on. And then we here have some ideas for new 2JZ engine products that we need to test. So the two things are going to come together this winter to create this 2JZ A86 KE70, whatever. It's going to allow us to test both the engine and the suspension parts in one go, and who knows what happens after that. So yeah, some of you might recognize the car. Let's do a quick brief rundown of what we're going to do. These are going to be short, sharp videos because this car might come together very quickly, like in the next 2 weeks. So let's have a look and see what we're going to do. Right, briefly looking around it, there's BC coilovers on the front, there's RX-7 brakes on it. I was test fitting some Equip 40s to it. It's got extended control arms, adjustable tension rods, basic A86 stuff. We had to put a rack in it because I took it out at some stage. As you can see from the two black lines, it's got a rear mounted radiator, which we'll look at. It's got a small brake servo and maybe a Nissan cylinder, I don't know, but yeah, be interesting to see if the brakes are any good when I get it going. It's got a weird thing going on with the column here. It had an LS in it, so there was some tomfoolery here to miss exhaust manifolds, obviously, which I'm going to take out of it because I won't have that issue. Very nice cage inside. It's very nicely fabricated tunnel wise and everything. We'll take a look at that. It's full of shite at the moment. We'll take a look at that at a later date. Here you can see the rear mounted rad. It'll be getting a fuel cell, and yeah, I need to get these 18s off and get some cool 15s on it. But yeah, it's quite a nice chassis to begin with. It's got a Pajero axle on it, which is currently broken, which we need to fix. But yeah, this is it. Going to be a fun car and has some nice bits on it. Nothing too crazy, but going to take it to a whole other level with bits and pieces, as you will see in the next couple of weeks. Right, so while we were away at Drift Masters, Carlos was busy and he got the 2JZ fitted in. Fits in pretty good. Now, the theory behind this build is just a fun build with a lot of parts that have been lying around the workshop that are going to come together to build this car for the winter. So I am, though, leaving myself a couple of joker cards there with some high-end expensive parts going in, just because it'll just make things so much more fun. Here it is, getting all the jams and stuff painted satin black, so the wrap is a bit easier. Getting the full Group D livery. The 2J that we're putting into this, interestingly, is going to be a fully used 2J. So all the parts are going to be used. We build a lot of race engines, we refresh a lot of race engines, and the parts that come out of the refreshing procedure are perfect. So they're going in to build this 2J, which doesn't need to be that powerful. And one of the jokers that I'm doing on this is I'm going to put a G-Force GSR gearbox into it as well, for just ultimate aggressive driving and not worrying about the gearbox. So that's the plan. So this will come together really quickly, as I said, next 2 weeks. So we'll be back with a new video very shortly.